What if I told you that the world's richest woman is not a tech mogul or a real estate tycoon, but an enigmatic heiress who has amassed a fortune of over $99 billion? She is the hidden powerhouse behind the global beauty giant L'Oreal. Meet Françoise Bettencourt Meyers, born into an empire built on innovation and luxury. As the granddaughter of L'Oreal's founder, Eugène Schuler, she transformed the family legacy into a modern-day beauty marvel. But there's so much more to her story than just dollars and cents. In today's video, we'll take a look at different aspects of Bettencourt Meyers' life and why she remains one of the most fascinating yet elusive figures in the Billionaire Club. Make sure you stick around till the very end. We have a surprise for you. Let's get started. Who is Françoise Bettencourt Meyers? Before now, it's very likely that you've never heard of the name Françoise Bettencourt. Don't feel bad, guys. This isn't too surprising because unlike some of your favorites, including Rihanna, Taylor Swift, and many other female entertainers, Meyers is a simple lady who honestly doesn't enjoy the spotlight. I think it's just interesting to know that you could possibly be walking on the street and walk past the richest woman in the world without ever knowing. Anyways, who is this big shot? Let's find out more about this mysterious woman. Françoise Bettencourt was born on July 10, 1953, in Neuilly-sur-Seine, France. One can say she won the lottery early on because she was born with a silver, or we can say a golden spoon. This woman is the only daughter of the late Liliane Bettencourt, the former heiress of the L'Oreal empire. And the 70-year-old learned everything she knew from her mother, someone who was also one of the richest women in the world while she was alive. According to Forbes, Françoise has a whopping net worth of $99.5 billion. You need to let that sink in. To put this into perspective, I'll just give you a little rundown of the net worths of some of your favorite female celebrities. Kim Kardashian's net worth is $1.7 billion. Taylor Swift's is $1.3 billion. And Bad Girl Riri has a net worth of $1.4 billion. I wish I could go on, but I'm sure you get the idea. These women are regarded as some of the most successful in their fields, but somehow, Françoise has managed to make their feats look like child's play. She might have been lucky to have wealthy parents, but don't ever think that Françoise didn't work for all she has right now. In 2017, her mother only left her with 39.5 billion euros by the time she died. But Françoise could do a lot with all that money in less than a decade. This brings us to the famous cosmetic company that helped Françoise's family create generational wealth, L'Oreal, the L'Oreal legacy. L'Oreal was founded in 1909 by Eugène Schuler, Françoise's grandfather. Like many great businesses you see today, the company started small. Eugene built a hair dye business, and somehow, this small dream grew into the world's largest cosmetics and beauty brand. In a previous video, we mentioned how important it is for you to introduce your heirs to the family business early on so that they develop an interest in it, and you won't have to give out your life's work to some stranger. Thankfully, Grandpa didn't only come around during the holidays. He had bigger plans, and he made sure his daughter Liliane knew that. Before Françoise took the reins, Liliane Bettencourt was the main shareholder. As I mentioned earlier, Françoise's mother left her with $39.5 billion after her death, but Françoise has tripled it thanks to her investments. If she had just done the exact same things her mother and grandfather did, it's very likely that nothing would have changed. She could have possibly even lost money in the process, but it's obvious that Françoise is a smart woman. She expanded and made some important investments. In previous years, she has pulled really big moves. One of the most notable ones is the reconstruction of the Notre Dame Cathedral. Françoise invested over $220 million into the project. Eugene's legacy has lasted for 3 generations, and if all goes well, it might even extend to a 4th, as Françoise has 2 sons. Françoise inherited Eugene's legacy, and under her stewardship, L'Oreal continues to thrive. If it isn't clear already, I'll just say it. Françoise is a brilliant woman. Everything wasn't just handed to her, she worked her way up. Before her mother died, Françoise had a 0.33% stake in L'Oreal, which was really impressive at the time because she was living a pretty regular life. Her mother, on the other hand, had over 33%. After Françoise inherited the stocks, she automatically had the highest number of shares in the company, giving her control. Françoise started the business early on, so she had the full support of everyone involved. I mean, workers are more inclined to follow the lead of someone they're familiar with. While trying to create generational wealth, one must be very practical and proactive. I'm sure there were other competent leaders at L'Oréal after Lilian's death, but Françoise was unchallenged. Who will take over is no longer a question when everyone knows that your heir is experienced. Françoise had been working in the company long before many of the current employees even got there. By 1997, Françoise became a member of the company's board after years of hard work. And believe me when I say that she wasn't just a passive heiress. She led the company to greatness and secured its seat among the big players. In 2018, Françoise became chairwoman. The company was experiencing a transition, and the employees needed to be assured that things would keep on running smoothly. The former CEO, Jean-Paul Agon, had stepped down, so Françoise was alone in this. Even though she might have had some support along the line, she still had to make some strategic decisions that would affect the future of the company. By the time our woman was done with her magic, the company had a record sales growth in 2022, exceeding $32 billion. They beat many of their competitors, including Estée Lauder. L'Oréal also ranked #1 on Forbes' 2022 World's Best Employers list. Philanthropy and cultural impact. I've told you that beyond business, Françoise is an easygoing woman who just enjoys living a normal life. This means that she has more money than she could ever spend, so you shouldn't be too surprised to learn that she's a dedicated philanthropist. She's also an author, but we'll get to that later. She funds the Bettencourt Awards that are given to young researchers every year. 14 new postgraduate students of science and medicine get to have an opportunity to change their lives and go far in their careers. Françoise also awards labs that are doing a good job, because even though there are breakthroughs in science every day, it's hard to do anything productive in a lab that's not well equipped. The Bettencourt Prize Coup de Lion pour la Rose Française is handed out to public biomedical research laboratories to take care of their infrastructure and working conditions. Françoise has also invested in projects involving autism and neuroscience. There are so many other cultural and humanitarian causes Françoise has contributed to, but we'll stop here. Remember I called her an author? Well, some of her works include commentaries on the Bible and Greek mythology. I would love to hear what you have to say about these topics. With so many amazing talents and interests, one might think that Françoise is Wonder Woman. If that's the case, I wouldn't be too surprised. Do you know that she plays the piano? I'm sure she would be fun at house parties. Despite her immense wealth, Françoise maintains a relatively private life. She is married to Jean-Pierre Myers and they have 2 sons. She's a lover of the arts and enjoys good music, writing, and theology. And that's a wrap. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. Who would you like us to cover next? Tell us your suggestions in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.